Hello, YouTube. Name is Dancetronica here, but you guys can all call me Dance. I've been playing this beautiful game for about 3 months, I'd say, and it's a game by Kabam. They call it Mirrorverse. It's done by Disney, I guess, basically, so they've probably got some stuff in there, but anyways, it's basically a game with a bunch of Disney and Pixar characters. It's an action RPG gacha style game. And yeah, you basically collect all the characters in the game and you use them in your storyline. And basically, the story behind this whole game is you are the heroes to help Mickey basically defeat a bunch of, I guess, fractured, which is basically another alternate universe of your heroes that basically walk through this stellar mirror that he is guarding to, I guess, ensure balance of everything in life and all that. But long story short, the short of it would be basically you collect characters, you beat crap out of everything, and you have a good time doing it, right? So, collect, and keep collecting, and keep upgrading, and keep upgrading. But like I said, brand new game. Lots of people are starting to join in on it. They got lots of followings on Facebook, on Discord, and other things like that. And like I said, some guys like me are starting to put out some videos now on YouTube. There's a guy prior to me, his name is Easy Now. He's got some wicked videos out on YouTube. I thought I'd give a shout out to him before I go any further. But basically, he's got some wicked videos out there, and he's helped me learn quite a bit on my first 3 months going throughout this game, and the pros cons of some characters, things like that. Check his stuff out. Definitely search him up. But go from there. So how do you want to start this? Let's say the Guardians you can collect. Sure, we can go through a bunch of them, but yeah. Probably one of the best Guardians in the game. We'll start with Mickey Mouse. Of course, you gotta have Mickey Mouse in this game, right? But beautiful character. He is the most overpowered character. If anybody can get him right off the bat, I recommend it. Totally recommend getting him. He will give you massive gains at such a low level. You can see I've got him 4-star because you could get him for, it's a gacha game. Drop money, you can buy the guy, right? So I bought him for, I think it was $13.99, and it came with him as a 4-star, which is, of course, let's go back to the star system. So each character starts off as 1-star as the worst, 5-star as the best. But of course, after that is Astral, but we can go into that down the road too as well. But anyways, the basics is that each star level, the higher the star, the stronger the character, right? So a 4-star character is average at best to, above average, and it's probably what you're gearing to try and get to start off with is 3-4-star characters to play your game, right? But it doesn't always work that way. Not everybody gets so lucky. I got super lucky, and I got 3-4-stars to start off with. Actually, it was 2 4-stars and a 5-star, but you know what? I don't want to brag. But super lucky to start off with, so I got some pretty easy progression right off the bat. But the higher star level, the better. So if you can start off with 3-4 stars to start with, that's a-okay. But if not, maybe try and restart. But I would keep reloading until you start off with a solid 3-4-star formation, or 2 4s and a 3, or even a 5 and 2 4s, or if you're super lucky, 3-5 stars to start off your whole adventure throughout this whole game. But yeah, no, definitely massive progression. But you can collect all these characters. Some characters were event characters, and they come out once in a blue moon. The last major event was with Snow White, and Snow White is a beautiful character to have for a melee style, but we can get into those down the road, what the difference is between a melee and a tank, vice versa, blah blah blah. But I'm just giving you a broad spectrum idea of types of characters you can get. But yeah, you can get all the way down to Frank Wolf. You saw up here Oogie Boogie, Jack Sparrow, you know. Back in the original event that we had last, like I said, was with Snow White and the Evil Queen, you know. Evil stepmother queen, you know. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Anyways, Ursula with Ariel up there. You got Maui, you know, Baymax, Gaston. Gaston had Belle up there, you know, and all these characters came out slowly as this game has been developed, and you can see I still don't have all of them. There's lots to collect, and the very last one of the hardest ones to get is Minnie Mouse, because the only way you can get her, from what I understand, is you got to go into your store and you got to open up a bunch of the hero crystals that you get, and then in the end you collect enough Stardust to grab her as a 4-star here for 5,600 of these melee things, but we can get into that down the road, how to collect all those. But the basics is that you collect the Guardians, and then you would play your game, and I'll just show you really quick, you know, a basic game on chapter 1, and I'm just going to rip through it. But you would start off at the game, you'll select your hero that you would start off with, your starting hero, and I forget what you get to choose from, but if you have any choice, and I believe one of the major choices is Ariel, and I honestly would say go for her. She's probably one of the best heroes in the game when it comes to her overall stats, abilities, everything like that. Her biggest talent that she has is the Raging Riptide. That's her special ability, and it'll cleanse all her debuffs, and it receives 1 attack buff from her core ability, and she does a lot of damage. Knocks back everything, so it basically knocks them on their butts, and they got to get back up, and it takes time for them to do that. So it's almost as good as freezing them or anything like that, but with the knockback, they just don't attack you anymore. So it saves you a little bit, and it helps to do juggling acts and stuff like that, and I'll show you those tactics down the road. But long story short, Ariel is a very good hero, so if you can get her, go for it. But anyways, you would start off, and you would start off your game with chapter 1 on normal, and I think it forces you to play like the first 3 or 4, but they're quick, super quick. But the logistics is I'll just play as Ariel to start off with. To start, you would load the match, and the match goes into, you're going through the Mirrorverse, and you're going to attack these things and, you know, help Mickey save the world, I guess, basically, right? So these guys will come at you, and you'll see that they will attack you, and these cool triangular and circular things show like basically damage area, right? So the whole idea is, you can see I can move around with Ariel here and do basic moves like this, and this thing will teach you. You go through the tutorial and all that, but the big one is swiping. The more you can swipe in this game, the better. So you see, you can swipe and get out of the way of everything, and then avoid them for damage. But the basic attack is just her swiping like this, and you can see she's pretty overpowered, right? So she's also level 50, right? So that helps a lot, which means she can take all the damage she wants. They're just hitting her for 1s, you can see that. But anyways, if you push and hold, you'll see she had a little triangular thing show up too, right? And it's her special move, and every character has that, but you just push and hold, then let go. And most of them will give the guy knockback or something like that, or it'll have a special attack on top of it, maybe damage them with burn damage or something like that, basically, or something cool like that. But anyways, with Ariel, hers does, well, it won't show, but it basically does knock back to a certain extent, and it'll knock them over, and it does a big radius, so I can knock over like 3 or 4 guys at once if I want to do it like that, right? It's anything within basically that triangular area that I show, right? Now, the coolest thing in this game is juggling, right? So what I meant by that is you want to hit them sometimes when they're trying to hit you, right? So, but at the same time, you also want to dodge when they're going to hit you with their specials and stuff like that. But the coolest thing with Ariel, she has a special, and that arc was basically what you want to see. Super powerful. Threw off like 1200 damage, but he's not even boosted either, so. But with Ariel, it makes things a lot simpler because, like I said, she has that big radius to hit and things like that. But you'll keep playing through this and unlocking them, and the objective is to get 3 stars in each level, unlock your rewards, try and unlock everything, and then you'll progress throughout basically the game. And level up, level up, level up, level up, right? So your basic form of running through the game is your energy. And as you level up your main character, once your main character hits level 50, I believe it is, then your actual energy gets maxed out at 100. Your dungeon energy always starts at 80 at the beginning of each rotating dungeon. And we can go into that really quick. But anyways, the dungeons are a separate part of this game, and you will enter these dungeons with your same heroes that you will collect. I don't remember if you have to be a certain level in order to hit the dungeon or anything like that, or if you have to be a part of an alliance or anything like that. But the long story short of it is that you go through this dungeon and you will do runs of it. It's a node system, and you will use, hopefully, a guardian out of these 3 that are shown here as your bonus guardians. So you have Baymax, then you have Hercules, and then you have Mickey Mouse, right? So if you're lucky, you've got one of those 3, and then you can put them in your group. But anyways, you'll join your group, and then for this, you have a slider bar to basically depict. It shows up here my team power, and it shows my recommended difficulty. So they'll say that I want to play hard level 4, and you'll see that my recommended power, I want to be at least 5,000 power, and I'm at 5,900. That should work, right? You know what I mean? So the whole objective of it is you want to get these cool little talisman, whatever you call these things, I guess. I forget what they call them. Wow, it's on the tip of my tongue right now. That's what happens when you get, brain farts, I guess, like that. But anyways, these cool little urns or whatever they are worth like 65 points or 130 points. Yeah, you guys can put it all in your ideas there. But the dungeon floor size changes as you go harder into the game. And you'll see the very easiest one is a medium floor size. But if you get really good at the game, you'll be playing on a large floor size all the time. And you'll see the master level 5 is recommended 25,000 power. Now, some of the higher level guys are pushing 10,000 power right now. So they're going to be playing around mid-level expert or something like that, basically. And that's what most of us are sitting around in there. But I'm playing around in the hard level area right around in here, right? So it is what it is. As you get, stronger in the game, you're going to level up your characters and things like that. Now, I think that should be it for my first video. The main currency is gold. We're going to go with that really quick. And this I recommend you save at all times. Do not spend it on anything else but ranking up your guardians and leveling up their talents. Long story short, it's super expensive once you get up there to my level. 50,000 gold to basically rank up your hero to the next level, and I can show you how to do that. My next video will probably be on, how to level up a character or whatever in that sense, right? So, and then the last thing here is the basically the dollars to whatever. You can buy these things here, right? These things called orbs, but they're also collectible throughout, beating certain levels. You get these special crystals to basically open things that you can get all your certain characters, and they cost orbs as well. And like orbs is your main money basically for these games, right? But a lot of people will use them in the bazaar to buy things too as well, from like, motes or gold if they need a lot of money to do a super upgrade or whatever, But as this game rolls out, they've been doing good things like, big things, right? Like if you want to drop a lot of money and get fast progression, go, right? And you can get a lot of special pulls on these with dollar amounts, right? So, and beginner things, popular things like this, like energy recharge cards. You can get lots of energy as you go throughout the week in that sense to help you with progression. A lot of people go with this Dragon Horde card. Gets you lots of orbs. A lot of orbs every day to be able to spend on things in the bazaar, and you know, also pull a card maybe every day, or an extra special pull, or you can save up orbs faster. But a lot of people do recommend that $20 one every 2 weeks or whatever it is, blah blah blah, right? So because for that you get, I think it's, I forget the amount, but it's a super obscene amount, but it's more than what you get for $40. But some people will come this route just to get the first time purchase bonuses. You'll see it's a crystal. It's a 4-star Guardian crystal, so you'll get a guaranteed 4-star that way. And, you know, cool things like that. But as for the crystals, you will get crystals as you go, and you want to pull them to basically get the heroes. And I can show you basically how to get a hero too down the road, but it's pretty simple. And then as you collect more and more things and do more things, as long the way you basically will collect these stellar shard crystals, which are special ones that guarantee you a 2 to 5 star, but they give you higher basically probabilities with your gacha, if that makes sense. Wow, why can't I click the info there? See, so like a 5-star you get a 1% chance, whereas in this one, sorry, here, your basic stellar is like a 1% chance as well, but you'll get like your mid chances are different for 3 or 4 stars. So, you know, some crystals will give you more of a higher chance to get a higher star rating than others, and their cost is effective too. Famed crystals are more geared towards the famed hero themselves, so you'll see this one's a Mickey Mouse famed Jack Skellington. He's a super awesome hero. I don't have him yet. And then Hades, he's a decent ranged hero, but I don't have him as well. But like I said, those are rare ones that you would get by pulling famed crystals or something to that effect, and hopefully getting your chance of Jack Skellington. Do you know what I mean? So like you get a 2.5% chance for a 4-star Jack Skellington, but even if you get one, then you can collect him down the road as you go, right? So, and another way to get more and more as you pull, you will basically go into your store here later, and with your Stardust, buy more with Stardust as each pull happens. To upgrade from star level to star level, what you need to do is, say with Maui, you can see at the bottom I have character shards, 870 out of 1500. Each pull I do basically gives me the chance of getting, you know, a certain star of the same hero, and if that happens, then I get shards of it basically. So like, say for instance, a 3-star I believe is 60 shards that will add towards my 1500 mark, and once I hit that number, I'll go from 4-star to 5-star. The best thing about going to a 4-star hero, and that's why I recommend it, is basically you'll unlock the signature ability. Every hero gets that at 4-star level, and each one is super awesome. It helps boost that character from, you know, okay average to more godlike, and whatever it is to help boost their main ability even more so, I guess, basically, right? And then you'll collect books as you go. They'll be in the towers as you go. I can show you towers on another movie, but you'll upgrade your talents, I guess, basically. And as you upgrade talents, you get milestones. And as you collect milestones, then you'll be able to get cool bonus items and bonus things to your character, like, you know, +5 bonus to all attributes, you know, things like that, right? But super awesome, thought out game so far. Really love it so far. My next video, I think we're gonna go into, what did I say? I don't know, I'll figure it out as we go, but I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this to begin with. Lots more to come out though, and have a great one, everyone.